Good evening and welcome back into Sports Talk ATL. I am Chase Earl, joined by Alex Lord. Like I say this a lot on this show, but I'm one of those guys who doesn't like to get too excited for things before they happen. Like I kind of just act like, oh, spring training's only 10 days away or whatever it is. And I kind of just like, until that opening day, like I try not to think about it. But today's one of those days that I had to put on the Braves jacket. I had to put on the Braves pole. I had to get all Braves out because Spencer Strider made his return to the mound. And it's the most excited I have been about baseball in a long time, especially with everything the Braves went through. And he was unbelievable. I mean, I don't know how you could have been better than Smith. 8 up, 8 down, 6 strikeouts through 27 pitches, 2 2/3 of an inning. It was about as good as about the only thing slightly negative, if you can say anything, was the fastball was 95, 96. I believe it topped out at 97. A little, maybe a tick down from where we're used to from Spencer Strider. But first start, to be expected. A lot more things to be expected. The repertoire, the fastball, the curveball, the slider, the changeup. He was using them seamlessly. He was in total control and made a Red Sox lineup that wasn't starting there every day. Day one starters look like a bunch of minor leaguers out there.
Yeah. Expectations. We got to temper them. Coming off internal brace surgery.
It's hard too, though.
It's a Boston lineup that featured a bunch of AAA guys. Just kidding. Cy Young. I mean, I'm serious. I tweeted out, hot knife through butter. It looked like it was just pitch and catch. It looked like it was a JV versus a varsity game. Like there was no chance. And he made our old friend Vaughn Grissom look absolutely silly. 3 straight pitches, 2 of them off speed. He looked like a completely dominant pitcher that he is. And I think, if Braves fans kind of want to be a little excited and eager, I don't think you have any issue doing it. You shouldn't really temper expectations because while you could say something about the fastball, you could say something about the competition, all you wanted to see, we got it. Every single thing you wanted to see, he checked every single box pretty much in the first 3 batters. I was like, and then everything else was just gravy.
Yeah, I mean, the top pitchers in this game, when they're on, it's like a surgeon.
Hot knife through butter.
I mean, it's surgery out there. They're just out there. It's like Picasso painting on a canvas. Like it was just like that guy is an artist out there. And like you said, they had absolutely no chance. And when you're looking ahead at when could Spencer Strider, that mid-April seems right around track. I mean, we are in the middle of March right now. He's already thrown 27 pitches and damn near, he definitely could have thrown more, but obviously they're going to take things slowly with him, but he'll ramp things back up. He'll have probably another start. I would say one more start this spring training. Maybe he has 2, but regardless, he'll throw 1 or 2 times in Gwinnett. And if everything checks out, he'll work his way up to probably 4 innings next time out, try to get to 5. And then you're pretty much ready to go. Like once you get into that 80, 85 pitch range. So mid-April return, which was kind of the reports we got some good news on Ronald Acuna. Maybe he's going to be an early May return. So a lot of good things happen. And it's like we're 10 days away.
It's kind of nice though, because it does feel like literally, even though we did sign Jurickson Profar for the past year, it feels like it's been nothing but bad news for Braves country. And it is one of those like first world problems. Like we still are one of the best clubs in baseball. We still made the playoffs. Like it could get a whole lot worse, but that's just the world we live in. Expectations are higher. We are not the White Sox. We are not bums. We are champions. And it feels like for a whole year, all we did was get punched in the gut. And this was like a kind of like a, okay, we're rounding the corner. Jurickson Profar avoided injury. Acuna's back. He's ahead of schedule. Strider's ahead of schedule. We see Strider. Austin Riley avoids injury. Like maybe the ball is starting to bounce our way.
Yeah. I mean, it's to be excited. And on top of that, over the weekend, we saw AJ Smith-Shawver. And we saw a different version of AJ Smith-Shawver. Like I had to look at the radar guns a couple times on some of these numbers. And I was like, is this radar gun juiced? I mean, he was sitting 98 to 100. Now, AJ Smith-Shawver's always had a big arm. You go back to 2023 when we saw him the most at the MLB level. He was sitting 96.2 with his fastball. Last year, it was more towards 95. He was sitting 98 and touching 100. And he looked as good as he's ever looked. And when you think about Spencer Strider potentially rejoining this and AJ Smith-Shawver maybe taking that next step, you got 5 guys there that are all throwing 95 plus miles per hour, that are strikeout pitchers, several Cy Young candidates. Like there's something we talked about, this rotation potentially and the depth concerns, and they still do exist. And there are still questions about how Chris Sale, if he'll stay healthy, Ronaldo Lopez, Spencer Strider coming off injury. Like, those things aren't completely put to bed, but you see the vision where if things go right, like you said, the ball starts bouncing the Braves' way. That 5-man rotation, if AJ Smith-Shawver can take that next step, will be one of the nastiest 5-man rotation ever put together in the history of this game. And I'm not over embellishing that. Like, that is facts. Like, that is insane.
Well,
if
last year we had the best rotation in baseball, and we didn't have what Chris Sale described as this team's best pitcher. He was named opening day starter. Surprise, surprise. Nobody should be surprised. He was the best pitcher in baseball last year. First Triple Crown winner since Kershaw did it a decade plus ago. And he comes out in this conference as purely for you're the opening day starter. He reminds everybody that Spencer Strider is the best pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. He subsequently goes out and just rips through a Boston lineup that had no chance. I mean, it was poetic that Chris Sale goes out and goes, hey, guys, this guy's still pretty dang good. And then he goes out and does that and reminds everybody, hey, this guy was in 2023. The ERA inflated. His FIP was I went and looked. It was a full run lower. His FIP was than his ERA. Led baseball in strikeouts. Absolutely nasty stuff. And it looks like I'm not going to say all the way back because, like you said it, once he starts reaching, when he's sitting 98, he's all the way back.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scary thought for opposing lineups, and it's a great thought if you're Atlanta Braves fans, because there is so much talent and potential in this rotation with those two guys.
And Anthopoulos has got some vindication on his hands.
Yeah, especially
if everything works out.
Yeah, the number one thing is health. And getting healthy, and that's the biggest box that Spencer Strider checked today. But we do have some news on the Falcons front that isn't very encouraging for guys like me, guys like you maybe, who wanted a Trey Hendrickson trade to come to fruition.